Zidane Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. In today's video, I am going to be explaining a few things before I actually get into the theory review. And this is basically how I go about choosing the theories for theory review. Now, obviously, eventually we are going to have to lower the amount of theories that we can review, which means that probably what's going to happen eventually is we are going to set a specific video to be the theory review. If you have a review the theory that you want me to review in the video, this video will be the one that you leave your comment in. But as of right now, that is not how it works. And I've actually gotten this from a few people. Don't worry about where you comment your theories. Quite honestly, the only thing that really matters when you're giving me a theory to review is that you make sure that the theory states where it's coming from. So let's say you want me to discuss a My Hero Academia theory, but my most recent video is a Miraculous video, and so on, or vice versa. Then still leave your comments in there, and even if it's one of my book culture or my author tips, still don't worry about putting in, don't worry about which video it is. Just make sure that it's clear what you're trying to theorize about. That's all that really matters. Now, how do I go about choosing the theories? Well, the way that I go about doing this is that on the YouTube Studio, we have this small little we have the segments that show us what we have. So from the top we have our dashboard, which has a lot of stuff that I'm not going to get into right now. Then there's the videos, obviously, the analytics, and then right below that is the comments. And this shows from top to the bottom the most recent comments, unless it's there's a specific filter on it. So what I do right now is I go through all of the comments in my comments area, and I read through each and every single one of them. So that's an important thing to understand, because of the fact that the first video that the first theory we're going to be talking about is actually an old comment on an old video, and this happens quite a lot if you guys have noticed. So let's get into the fan theory reviews. So the first one, it was on the who will get the Rooster Miraculous, and Top Cat Ninja House Pet Digi Anime Fanboy, I don't know how to say the last part, said, I disagree. Nathaniel should definitely get the Rooster Miraculous. We then discussed it a little bit, and honestly, I'm not 100% convinced. Now, I explain that a lot of the major things that actually add to the idea of the Miraculouses are the miraculous powers that the previous person has had when they've become a holder of, when they've become akumatized. Which, honestly, the powers that Nathaniel has had really don't seem to match very well with the Rooster, but even still, that is still a possibility. It's just, right now, I'm a little less leaning towards it. We'll have to wait and see exactly what they decide to do, but yeah. The next one was basically just asking what Pokemon Ash should get in the next gen, and basically, here's the thing. I think that at some point Ash should get every single type of Pokemon in a region, but we'll see what happens. Honestly, it's unlikely. Honestly, the most important Pokemon that Ash should get are Pokemon that he hasn't gotten before, and really the only one that he hasn't is, well, the Ghost type. But so, yeah. He's gotten some things for almost every single type, so, yeah. but he still should get more, for sure. We aren't going to be discussing the one that was on Miraculous HQ, mostly due to the fact that that is spoilerish, and I don't want to get too far in depth with it. But basically, the thing that you need to know is that there was a kissing scene, and we are kind of a bit worried about this. So I will talk about the thing that we mentioned, is that we were wondering, when will we be getting these new episodes? Which, yeah, it's going to be really soon. So I don't think we're going to be getting anything now before the 12th, but I believe that's the day that it said. But yeah, right now I'm not certain. The next one was also on Miraculous HQ, again by Top Cat Ninja, whatever. By the way, the previous one was Jeremiah. And the one, and this was basically saying, who do you think will get the dog Miraculous? And Top Cat thought that it would be Wayham. And I explained to him that, or her, I don't know what gender you are, but I don't want to assume genders. But I explained that most likely Sabrina will be the one who gets the dog Miraculous. She's not necessarily the best fit for it, but once we actually know what the dog Miraculous' powers are, I'm going to actually go back and discuss who everyone most likely will be getting. And basically, Wayham, here's my problem with Wayham getting Miraculous, at least currently. I personally don't think that he's going to be getting a Miraculous until at least the events of, well, the next Miraculous. The next point after Hawkmoth has been 100% defeated. Mostly because of the fact that I don't really think that anyone, except for maybe Mark, will be getting a Miraculous if they were introduced post the first season. And the only reason that I think Mark is going to be getting the Rooster Miraculous is because of the fact that his power set really does work for that. So I'm not really certain how I want to see it go. And we've only ever seen people that Marinette is actually friends with. And I'm actually thinking that Mark might actually be an old friend. Like, maybe they shared a class before, but he got switched into a different class. And that's what I think is actually happening there. So that's kind of the problem I see with that. Again, more spoilerish theories. I want to, and also the whole fact about when I did my season 3 ending soon video, literally as it was uploading, well, not as it was uploading, but as it was about to release, the whole 12th is when we found out about Kwame Buster coming out. So, needless to say, that struck me off guard. But yeah, and we discussed that a little bit in that video. Unfortunately, yeah, there is. I've said this before. Go to my Discord. I actually have a setup thing to actually discuss spoilers. Like, if you have a theory that really does contain spoilers and it's just too extreme to actually talk about on YouTube, then that's really the place to do it. Otherwise, I have a few other places that you can send it to. I forgot to actually say this when I was talking to Jeremiah. My email is actually linked in every single one of these videos. Like, not my personal email, like in my personal and business email, but the email that is specifically used for my books and stuff that is always linked down there. If you guys want to send me spoiler theories, then that might be the place to do it, because if you do not have Discord or Twitter or whatever, because, like I said, Twitter and Discord are kind of the best places to actually chat with me, because if you actually want to get to know me and my team, that's the place to look. But if you just have a theory that is just, you're uncertain if it should be seen by everyone who comes onto YouTube, that's the place to send it, because I love reading your theories, guys. Especially if it is spoilery, I will actually talk to you guys about how we can actually, if we want to, we can actually work together to actually organize how you guys want to upload it on the comment section, so that other fans can discuss it, even if it is extremely spoilery, such as like someone posts something and then they delete it. That's why I'm mentioning this. So yeah. Next, so the next comment was a comment for Serena and Galar. Now this was now, just a reminder, Serena and Galar actually I made that video before the Alola region finished, and honestly, I still hate Gen 7. It's not necessarily an issue of it's more of a question of, was Ash actually a good choice to... This region was not a good region, honestly. The fact that Ash beat his rival, it's not a surprise, honestly. The only region where Ash didn't beat his rival eventually was Kalos. And that's simply because of the fact that it was just super close. If one move had been done, it would have been a tie. So yeah, that was a close freaking battle, but that didn't happen. Now, this one came from when I did my fake leaks video. And I haven't gotten any response back, but it was about the relationships and the ships, and it was basically saying, I prefer Kiyomi, which I can only assume is Kim and Kagami, which is a weird ship. Like, honestly, I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings, but Kim and Kagami, like, the two of them haven't shared a single scene, like, at all. Like, the reason that people ship Luca and Kagami is because of the fact that, well, Luca and Kagami are the people that are currently being shipped with Adrian and Marinette. And the reason that we're doing like this is because of the fact that, well, quite honestly, it's kind of crap. The two of or Kagami and Luca are kind of perfect for each other. Like, Kagami is extremely rule-oriented. She's trying to rebel, but she's not really doing the best job. And Luca is someone with a lot of freedom, and he has a lot of good spots. And it's kind of a similar situation with Adrian and Marinette. The two of them are, even though, basically what's happening is that Marinette and Luca are kind of bad influences on each other. And basically what I'm saying is that sometimes it's really good to just have one person that's a good influence on you and one person that's a bad influence. Like, if you're in a relationship, one of you should be a good the one who is good example, and one person should be the bad example. And that's kind of what I'm saying for this, is that Marinette and Luca are the bad example, but Adrian and Kagami are the good example. So balancing it out it's kind of what I'm saying. As for Kim and Kagami, honestly, the two of them have no chemistry. Like, here's the thing. Kim and Undine, I think that's her name, those two are perfect for each other. They're just a sweet little couple. And honestly, I'm fine with the way that that's going. And I honestly am hoping that we will be seeing more of Undine before too long, but we'll have to just wait and see. But anyways, guys, that is the end of this fan theory review. If you guys have your theories that you want me to discuss, definitely leave them in the comments. And like I've said before, check out all of my links down in the description below. And if you have a theory that is just not a good fit for the channel, then go ahead and email it to me over at my Interrupted Books email. That'll work. So definitely think about that. And if you guys like this video, please leave a like. And if you're new, please subscribe and ring that notification bell. And of course, if you want to support the channel even more, then also head down to the description and check out my book or my merch store, because that helps us out a ton. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on!